Okay then, so now it's the time to create the pin by ourselves. If I click this, it's going to user profile. If I click this, it's take us to the create pin. So now it's the time to customize the create pin by ourselves. So let's go to the pin container, where it is, not home. Let's close this, and then we will close this, close this, close this. So let's open the pin over here. Actually, I forgot to inform you that so we used the user info over here and we changed it to the utility function, right? So we need to change it in the home also. In the same home container, we are using the same line over here, so we don't need to have this line anymore. All we have to do just to fetch the user from the utils function, so this will work fine. Okay, I forgot to tell you previously. So let's close this, and now let's open the pin container. Where is the pin container? Here we're having this create pin, so hold your control key and click it. That will takes us to the create pin. So first what we need to do is we need to import all the necessary things to this component. So use state, okay, and then we need to import a few icons from React icons slash bi. So what is that icon is going to be is bi cloud upload, okay, and we are going to import again from React icons. Let me copy it, and here this time it's going to be md inside the material design icon, md delete, delete. This is the icon we are going to import, and then I'm going to import the use navigate, which is from React router DOM, and we are going to import the client, that's from client, and we are going to import the spinner, that's from spinner, and we are going to import the categories, which is coming from the utilities data, okay, and we also import the states, whatever the states we needed for this particular component. So use state, use state command, use state snippet. So first is going to be the title, set title, press your tab key. Initially it's going to be empty, and then use state snippet, and this is going to be for about, set about, and here we are going to have an empty state, and then use state snippet. This is for destination, set destination. Initially the destination is going to be empty as well, and then this is for loading. Use state snippet for loading and set loading. Loading initially it's going to be false, and use state snippets. This is for fields. We need to verify whether all the fields are entered or not, so it's going to be false initially. Then use state category, sorry, use state, this is for a category, okay, category, category, set category. Initially it's going to be null, okay, and use state snippet, use that snippet, and this is for image asset, whether that image asset it's uploaded properly or not, okay. Initially it's going to be null, and last state, wrong image. If the user is uploading the wrong image type, we need to display the information false, so it's going to be false, okay. These are the states we needed. And one more thing, const navigate is equals use navigate hook. Cool, these are all the necessary things we needed. So now let's start write these styles for your create pin component, okay. So first we'll write the styles for this. So flex column, justify center, items center, margin top 5, and then for the large device, height is going to be 4 by 5. For very large device I'm talking about. Now the pin is exactly in the center. Cool. And inside this, instead of this, what I'm going to display, first I need to check the error. So here we are going to check the set the error messages. We are going to print the error message. So if the fields, if the fields and if the fields is true, that means if that is it's containing the error, you need to render this particular component. What is that? That's a paragraph. It's a paragraph, and this is going to have a class name like text red 500, text red 500, and text excel, and transition all, duration 150, and ease in out. Inside this paragraph, we are going to display the field like please fill in all the fields. Save the changes. Currently, it displays nothing because the fields is false. If I change it to true, that will display this message. Cool. Now let's change this back to false itself. We don't want to display that. Okay. So right after here, now what we need to do, we need to create a division. So create a division. Okay. So that division, it's going to have a very big CSS classes. Okay, so let's write that. So just give me a moment. Yeah. So this division is going to have a very big class. Let's start writing the class that's going to use the flex. Okay. For large device, it's going to be flex row. Okay. And for apart from that, we are going to use the flex column. Okay. And then justify the content center and items center, and the background is going to be white, and for large device the padding is going to be 5, and for normal device the padding is going to be 3, and for large device the width is going to be 4 by 5, and for normal device width is going to be full. Okay, and inside this division we are going to create one more division. So let me break it here so that you can see it clearly. These are the styles. Okay, so let me bring it back to the normal, and here class name. Okay, so what are the things? This BG is going to be the secondary color, and then padding 3, flex 0.7, width full. Save the changes. Now you can see this nice design over here. Cool. Inside this division, absolutely we are going to create one more division, and that it's going to be have a class name called flex, justify center, items center, flex column, and border 2, and border dotted, border dotted, yep, and then border color is going to be gray 300, width is going to be full width, height I'm going to fix the height as 420. Save the changes. Look at that. Now we have this nice create pin area where we are going to upload the images and everything. So inside here, now what I need to do is, so if the image, if it is keep on loading, so we need to, if it is loading, I need to display the spinner class. Save the changes. Currently it's display nothing because it's false. If you change it to true, that will display the loader over here. Cool, it's working fine. Now let me change it to false. After that, we need to write wrong image type, and if it is a wrong image type, we need to display a paragraph. We need to render a paragraph. What is that? You need to display the messages wrong image type. Currently this wrong image type will not work. Why? Because that's also false. If you change it to true, that will be displayed like this. Cool. So let me change back it to false. Okay, so now what we need to do is I need to check the image asset. Okay, so right after here, okay, right after here, if not the image asset, then what we need to do, I need to render something, and if it is not, I need to render something. So for the time being here, I'm just going to type a paragraph tag, and I'm going to type here as something else. Okay, and here I'm going to render a label. Okay, so save the changes, and inside this label, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a division. Okay, inside this division is going to have a quite a few classes, so later I'll show you what we are going to type over here, but for now I'm just going to type it over here. What else we need to do, we are just going to type it over here. Okay, so let me, why the bracket is removed, enclose this inside a bracket and enclose this inside a bracket, and this is going to have a class name. Okay, so class name, and that class name is going to be flex column, and item center, justify center, and hatch full. Okay, inside this we are going to have one more division, and that's also going to have a specific class name called flex, and that is going to have a flex column and justify center, items center, cursor pointer, and inside this division we are going to have a paragraph tag, and that paragraph tag is going to display the icon called cloud upload, which we added over there, and it's going to have a class name that is going to be font bold and text to XL. Save the changes. Let's delete it. Now you can see that particular icon over here, but what we do is we'll change this to division. Save the changes. Still nothing happening, so what we can do is revert it and add the font size over here. Let's say 30. Cool, that's better now. Okay, so after this division I'm going to add one more paragraph tag, and that paragraph tag is going to say click to upload. So class name, it's going to be text LG, text LG. Save changes. That will display the text over here. Cool, so now everything is working fine. Then what we need to do is, so right after this division, after the paragraph and after this division, we need to add one more paragraph. That paragraph is going to display the text like use high quality images less than 20 MB. Save the changes. Look at that. So we will add some classes for this. So class is going to be margin 32, margin top, text gray color, it's going to be 400. So that will be displayed like this. Cool, how awesome it is. And right after here, now what we need to do, above this label and below this division, enter, we need to add an input tag to upload an image. So input tag, and that type is going to be not a text, it's going to be a file, and then name of that input tag, it's going to be upload hyphen image. We are going to upload an image, that's why. Then on change, we are going to upload an image. This is a function, we not yet created it, and the class name, it's going to be width 0, height 0. Okay, so we not yet created it, so we need to create it. If you save it, it will throw an error. No issue, that's very natural. So we need to create this function. So let's go ahead and create that function. So go to the top, and after the use navigate and create that function cost use upload. We will create an arrow function, and we will pass the event. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, so first I'm going to get the values from uh, the files which we uploaded. Okay, to get that, what we need to do is const, okay, file equals e dot target e dot target dot files of zeroth array. Save the changes, and now if I console.log that file, let's see what's happening. Let me inspect the elements, console log it, close it, no errors. If I click this, now it will open. If I select any file, we are getting that file property over here. Cool, we are getting the name and we are getting the type. These two are the important thing, name and type. Okay, so this is the file object. We will destructure it, and we will get the type and as well as the name of the file, what file it is. So delete this, we don't need it anymore. Now we have it. Okay, so now if I'm checking the if condition, because if we are giving only the specific type, apart from that, if the user uploading any other thing, we are not supposed to allow the user to upload it. So if the type is equals to slash image slash png, or let me copy it and paste it. If it is svg, or if it is jpeg, or if it is jpg, or if it is gif, or if it is tiff, tiff. Okay, if any of these things, we need to allow the user to upload it, or else we are not supposed to allow the user to upload the image. So set wrong image type as false, no need to change anything, and the set loading as the true. Okay, else what we need to do, we need to set wrong image type as true. If apart from these any other images type is uploaded, we will set the warning message wrong image type. Otherwise we will set that type as a false and will enable it as a true. Let's see whether it's working or not. If I choose this, look at that, it's working. The loading is it's keep on loading. Okay, cool. Now let's, after the set loading, what we need to do is, so we need to access the client dot assets folder, assets dot upload. We need to upload that asset. What is that upload? We are going to upload it as an image. We are going to image. And what is the file? E dot target dot files of zeroth array, comma, otherwise better copy it and paste it over here because we already executed it, it's working fine. Copy it and paste it, and then I'm going to pass a bunch of object in it. What is that? First you need to pass the content type. What particular content type? You are passing the type, what is the image is get uploaded, and the file name, what is the name of the file which we get uploaded. Okay, so that will return a promise and we need to get it. So that is going to be the doc. Open the arrow function and the set image asset. We are setting that image asset of that response, and we are finally set the loading to false. Okay, if that any error is coming, we need to catch that error. So catch, if there is any error, we are going to console log that error. So console dot log image upload, we having some error, save the changes. So this will be handled perfectly. So now if I click this, it will ask us to select the file and it will be uploaded and everything. but we need to, once everything is selected and it's uploaded, we need to display that image over here. So let's go ahead, and this is the time to alter our something else that's we added in our as a paragraph tag. So delete this. Instead of this, I'm going to create a div with the class name, and this is going to be the relative position, and height it's going to be full. Okay, inside this division I'm going to have an image which we uploaded to our image asset colon dot URL. That's the image source we are going to display, and I'm going to add a few class for this class. It's going to be width full, height full. And after this image, we are going to add one more button, and that button is nothing but our delete button. In case if you wish to change that image, once it's uploaded, you can simply delete it and you can change it. Okay, and for this class name, and we need to add the type. It's going to be normal button. And now let's add the class name, and this is going to be a very big class name. Okay, so let's add it, and that button is going to be the absolute button, and from the bottom 3, right 3, padding 3, rounded full, bg white, and text excel, and cursor pointer and outline none, and on hover we need to add some shadow MD, and duration 500, ease in, ease out, transition all, transition all. After this, save the changes, and even after this we need to add one more event on click. On click, we are going to call a callback function that set image asset as null. Save the changes. Now let's see, if I click here and if I choose any picture, if I click OK, it's loading, and look at that, an image is uploaded over here. If I click this, it will be deleted. I can choose another image. If I click it, that will be uploaded and displayed over there. Look at that, how awesome it is. So we successfully created the image upload. Now we need to focus on the field forms. That's what we are going to do next.